Let's now stay with the weather updates and look at the storm damage and the impact of overnight storms in areas, for example, like eThekwini Metro and other districts like uMgungundlovu and iLembe in KwaZulu-Natal. Our reporter Mlondi Radebe is tracking this story for us and joins us live now. Mlondi, when we spoke to you yesterday, you were painting a picture for us when it comes to Pietermaritzburg and the damage that was there. Someone was struck by lightning at some point as you were talking to us about KwaZulu-Natal and the impact, and also in some areas people whose homes have been damaged had to be housed in community halls. Where are we in terms of the damage?
Thank you very much, Bongi. Where today, when we are looking to Bergville, the Olivia's Hook clinic was also affected in that part of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And when we go to Escort, the Department of Health in the province of KwaZulu-Natal confirmed that the Ntabamhlope clinic was also affected by the heavy rains, as the roof of that clinic, parts of the roof of that clinic in one of the house inside that clinic, the roof was blown off in the night of yesterday. Also, when coming back to the Durban CBD, we also found that the Makot Provincial Eye Hospital was also affected, as 2 wards of that hospital where the roof was leaking and the patient had to be moved to another area in that hospital. Also today, when we were traveling to the N2 southbound near Umlazi, the bridge there partially collapsed in that area, forcing the RTI to close that road, as the SANRAL officials were busy to try and see how extensive is that damage of that bridge. So the province of KwaZulu-Natal is basically in that situation for now, as they are busy trying, other residents are trying to rebuild their homes. As you heard yesterday, that about 150 homes were partially damaged and 5 were completely damaged in Pietermaritzburg, in the 13 wards that this rain destroyed the homes in that part of the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
And Mlondi, has this disrupted exams, if at all, for matric pupils or even other pupils as well?
According to the Department of Education in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, they say that this did not disrupt the matric exams, but in some primary schools, as you'd remember that yesterday I mentioned that Ashdown Primary School, the admin block of that school was blown off, and then as Sanswil Primary School in the Dambuza area was also badly affected, because the grade 5 learners were forced to squash in one classroom because of that incident that happened in their school yesterday. But for now, the Department of Education in the province of KwaZulu-Natal told us that for now there is no matric exams that were affected by this.
And finally then, when it comes to, of course, the homes that have been damaged, are people still being housed in community halls? Or as you say that they are rebuilding, are they also living in their homes again? Or are they rebuilding and still going back to the community halls to sleep?
According to when we spoke to the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs in KwaZulu-Natal, they said that no one is being housed at the community halls because their homes are partially damaged. You'd find that the section of a kitchen is damaged, but the bedrooms, they still able to use the bedrooms and the dining room of that home. So the residents are still at their homes, but they are being assisted by the social development and the other humanitarian organizations that are also providing warm food and blankets in those areas.
And what is the Department of Cooperative Governance doing now to ensure that some of the residents who may be in low-lying areas where they could be vulnerable, they are either evacuated or early warning systems do come into play?
The department is also basically urging the residents from those low-lying areas that they must try by all means to move, or if they notice that there's a danger of the river that is swallowing, they must make sure that they move away from the danger. And you'd remember that the South African Weather Service also issued a warning today saying that the province of KwaZulu-Natal is expecting over 80% rains. So that also is a warning that the Department of Social Cooperative Governance in KwaZulu-Natal is also issuing to the residents all around the province of KwaZulu-Natal to try and make sure that they are safe during this time.
All right, Mlondi, thank you very much for that update. That's SABC News reporter Mlondi Radebe.